this is the game that I've been working on for the past few weeks. I call it Project Ember, and I have big plans for the game. I just need to actually know how to use Studio and other softwares like Blender, which is what we're going to be doing in today's video. And so that my audience retention does not plummet to 0 after this intro, let's get right into it. And if you guys did not know, this is actually the second video in the series, so if you haven't watched the first one, then go watch it now. By the way, if you're wondering why your eyes aren't burning in this video, that's because I actually changed my studio background to be dark mode instead of light mode. Anyways, let's go check the task book for today's video. So I guess the first thing today is to learn Blender, or at least get comfortable enough to make a few models. Alright, so I'm gonna try to actually make a model, except I don't know how, so you know what, I'll just give it my best shot. We'll try. First thing we're gonna do is delete this this box right here. Ooh, you can draw. Ooh, I already know what to draw. You already knew it. Subscribe. Choose it. Actually, let's do an isosphere. I think. Ooh, this could definitely work. So this next menu that I found is like add subdivisions and stuff, and I've seen videos and stuff on this, so it should make. Yeah, like less sides. Let's change it to 1. Can I do like 1.5 or something? Probably not, but 1.5?
Nope.
No, it's just 1. Alright, so let's go to 1, because it doesn't have to have too many sides. It's radius. Alright, that's bigness. So the first thing I want to do is see if I can move it up, scale it up a little bit, because I want it to be, ooh, okay. Ooh. Oh, that does not look too bad. Yeah, actually, that looks pretty good, actually. Alright. It's kind of the shape that I was going for, except I want it to be a little bit more random. So let's just, see what I can do here. I just changed up the shape of the model to make it exactly how I wanted, and I exported it to Roblox, changed some of the properties like the transparency and color, and put multiple of this same shape into each other and stuff, just to make it look exactly how I wanted. And this is the final product. I think that's pretty good for my first model. I know it's very simple, but this is all that I needed for the first for the embers anyway, so yeah. So that checks off to sort of learn Blender and to make an ember model. And if you thought that was it for Blender today, you would be wrong, because I actually made this little railing model to just spice up the bases a little bit, because they're looking a little bit blocky. And since I could not scale them very good, I had to attach a part to it so I could scale it uniformly. Then take away the part so that I have a good size little thing for the railing. I put a bunch of them, put them together, equally spaced them to make it look a little bit like this. But then I needed the little bar on the top of the railing, so I tried to just put a block there, but it looked the opposite of what I was going for, because the reason I wanted the railing, because I wanted to add some shape to the bases, so just having a block there really didn't fit very well. So then I hopped back into Blender so I can make this more curved top for the railing. So I just started by stretching it out so that it would fit better on the little pillars I made. And then I had used the loop cut tool, or at least I think that's what it's called. I'm not really sure because I'm very new to Blender. Let me know if I'm saying them wrong. And then I just made it into a actual curve. I didn't want to add too much geometry because I want this game to be very easy to run. Then I put it in and I put it on the railing model, put a little block at the bottom, and I think I'll play around with the colors a little bit. I think that's how I want it to look. And in the building, I'm gonna have 2 different colors. I cut the wall. And like I said, in the building, I'm gonna have 2 different colors. I'm gonna have a wood one and a stone one. So on the very top level, it's going to be wooden, and on the bottom, as you can see here, it is stone, just to bring a little bit more variation. So I played around with it a little bit just to get it exactly how I wanted, change the color, and started work on the next task. The next thing we have to do is make the model for the lava monster. So if you didn't know, Project Ember will have a lava monster, and it will be slowly chasing the player or the players around just to add a little extra challenge. So let's start making the pieces of the monster so that we can make a rig. Time for a time lapse. So once I found out about the extrude tool, I could make the actual fingers, and then I added a body, legs, and a head, and sort of shaped it so that I could make it have these kind of horns or something. But in-game is also going to be fire coming from the middle of its head, so I think it'll look very, very, very cool. So then I had to properly separate all of the pieces so that when I put it into Roblox Studio, I could actually make it into a rig model instead of it all being one piece. So I learned this little shortcut that let me do it pretty easily, and then I did that. And then exported it into Roblox Studio and leave scripting it for a different episode, because I'm not doing that today. And now that we're in studio, let's delete the old lava monster. That was terrible. And let's go to view, asset manager, and bring in the new one. And here it is, guys. This is the model that we made. Yes, I know it's not actually perfectly separated, but I will do that off camera because I just don't have enough time to do it to get this video out today. So yeah, we'll save that for a off camera thing. So with that, completing the model for the lava monster is now finished. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I know. Thank you. Please stop now, please. Which means we only have one task left. Make the model for the, oh no, wait, I read it wrong. Add to the map. So first thing is that we will have Thunder here showing off what he did to the map, and then I will show what I did.
I'm Thunder, and this is what I did to the map. So, what I did is I made the blue base by starting to duplicate the red one and changing up a ton of different things. For example, I added different materials, walls, parkour, ropes you could climb, and other things to make it feel simulator, but still different enough to not feel too repetitive. It's not done yet, but at least it's some more progress done on the map. Thanks for listening. Back to Jack Alien.
So now into what I did. So I added these giant cylinder pillars in 4 different places across the map. Now what these pillars will do is they will be connected to each of the bases, and then they'll be connected into this little island in the middle of the map up top, where if the lava rises and there's nowhere else to go, you go up to this top place in the map so that there's this awesome final battle between whoever's left. Then I went around, changed some little random things. I added some more walls just to make it feel a little bit more closed in some of the bases, and I made it so that it's actually possible to get up to the wall parkour from the second base with this little wooden plank model that I made. I added some more wall parkour so that it will be able to connect to the third base that we eventually make. And also changed up a few things on Thunder's base just to make it fit a little bit better. And also just add a few walls because Thunder did not have a mouse, so he could not do it himself. And the final thing I did for the final task of today's video is I made these little arrows pointing at the different bases and just showing what colors are which base. So I added a little block and then 2 wedge parts just to make a custom arrow, which ended up looking a little bit like this. And then I duplicated 4 of them, changed their colors, and placed them across the map. And now it looks like this, which means the final task is now complete. And that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. This took so long to edit and I had so much trouble with it, and I even had to go to different editing apps. So if you want to support me, make sure to leave a like and maybe even subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and keep an eye out for the next episode. Have an impeccable day.